Good morning. It's a wonderful and welcoming Wednesday, and I just wanted to thank the world for allowing me to wake up this morning and take a moment to share with you guys today. Today I want to speak on letting them know we love them. Every day we want to make sure that we're letting those around us, those that are close to us, maybe our family, our team, our spouse, our close friends, our family and parents, know that we love them. A lot of times in life, as we're speeding on by, we may forget to use these very kind and life-building words as we go in and out of our different relationships and responsibilities on any given day. The truth of the matter is, people love to hear that they are loved and appreciated just as you do. Imagine a life where no one is saying, "I love you." All we hear is the condemnations or criticisms or whatever's feedback on how we can improve, but never that stabilizing three-word phrase that sets a person at ease and lets them know that you appreciate them and you feel them as a part of your wholeness. It's funny with my children, oftentimes late at night, I spend a whole lot of time with my children, especially my younger ones. I have two twins, and a lot of times, we'll go and, we'll play basketball together, we read together, and it's just funny, last night we were just doing a little storytelling before we went to bed. And in the storytelling session, every man takes his own moment and tells his story. Sometimes my 19-year-old does it with us as well. He's also very included in our lives, and another one of the great loves that I've gotten to share my life with in my walk here on earth. But back to the story of the twins. So we're all sharing our stories back and forth, and the stories get crazy because, first of all, a lot of times they'll start out realistic and then they'll become big fantasies or just some outlandish crazy stuff, and sometimes one or the other one will interrupt and say, "Hey, that's not good," or whatever. But the story is not there to judge. The story is there for us to express from our innermost parts. And if it's crazy and it's fine. And if you want to just be, actually relate a real story that happened in your life, then you do that. I just throw that in to say, small moments like this are loving moments. Even just reading to your children at night, spending time with your wife or loved one, not just watching a TV show together, but maybe just, talking about whatever over a candle and a glass of wine if you're so inclined to do that. Time alone and time to let others know that we love them is so instrumental in their growth and in their loving of other people. You see, right now in the world, it's beautiful times, but sometimes we have very challenging times, as we all can relate when we see such acts as what happened to the young kid in Ferguson, Michael Brown, or Eric Garner in New York. You see, maybe these officers, as we know, police officers oftentimes are the heads of, they're amongst the top professions for domestic violence and abuse, and also for even suicide and murderous acts. You see, sometimes if your profession has no love in it, although the police profession should be one of love and protecting a community, sometimes the chiefs, the media, and whatever the agenda that they are really there to support or enforce might not be love-based. And in a lot of times, their actions and the hatred that they may feel or experience in their own life is calculated outward. Who knows? Maybe they're not getting enough "I love you" at home. Because if you're going home and you're angry or your hours are long and you're not even getting to see your wife to say "I love you," your children are asleep when you get home, possibly. I'm not saying this is for all police officers, and I'm not saying that all police officers do not have love. But if you're not getting the time to share these precious moments with your children and your wife and your family, and all you do is look at a society of, to you, negative people that you're already internally, you're already feeling not loved, and then you have to project your internal onto the external. So you see somebody and you don't see them from a love point. You see the whole world as a threat. Maybe you're even going home seeing the world around you as a threat, and you attack the world from your position of authority. Unfortunately, yet we see it happening. Now, the very, very, very unfortunate next part to this puzzle is, because these young men are part of the system supports these actions. Instead of seeking the help and getting the people the necessary hours of maybe counseling or maybe family time, because I'm telling you that I love you can make you love someone else. And it makes it very hard to pull a trigger on a young teenager just because he looks big, or to listen to a man scream out, "I can't breathe," or, well, he couldn't scream out because he had a big baton on his neck, but to listen to a man barely say, "I can't breathe," yet still choke him out to the point, because when he's at that point, you can hear that he's ready to be knocked out. But to just choke him until he falls like a carcass to the floor, and there you are still hanging on his neck, it's because you hated him. Because you hate yourself. You see, you got to teach these children the love right now, because they'll be the adults of tomorrow. Now, often we all know that children who are abused often become the abusers of today. And a lot of, again, I am not trying to generalize or say that all police officers come from this place, but a lot of police officers might have been like, the nerds in school, or picked on, or just, guys who had ideas of neo-Nazism, or wanting to be a bully, or they're people who maybe did not have the authority growing up that they wished that they had, or people who were authority fiends and now they have a platform and a position to exercise this authority. And without the merits and without the balance of love, it can become very bad and heinous. And I tell you, I don't want this for the officers of tomorrow or the officers of today. But if they continue to wipe out children of people, because remember, there's somebody telling a lot of these children that they love them every night, and they don't want to see their children killed because of someone's insecurity. It could get tough on police all over America. So I caution the police first. I'll give a caution, and then I'll issue love to the world. Policemen, if you happen to get lucky and hear my word today, please begin to love your family and love yourself and feel like you belong and like you're a part of the world. Because your job really dictates that you help and heal, not be a murderer in society. Because it's only by the skin of your teeth that you guys are getting off with these acts. And soon, it won't work that way. The karmic wave will somehow get you into the position which you're actually asking for. Now, to the world, I'm sorry that I went on that piece about the police. The speech is not planned, and it just came to me as I was driving on the highway this morning. Now, to us regulars, well, to everyone, make sure that you're spending those special moments with your children, with your loved ones, with your wife. Make sure that you feel balanced within yourself, because the love that emanates from you is a world changer. And the absence of it, as you know, and as we've experienced over the last few months, can also change the world. But wouldn't it be more beautiful if we spent every day trying to brighten the world around us by giving love, by making people feel the love that's coming from us? Do we really need a gun to shoot someone 6 times? I mean, couldn't they just have been shot in the leg? Do we need 7, 8 officers to surround a man to choke him to death? And within our lives, do we need an argument at home with our wives? Do we need to punish our children? Do we need to argue with a friend or not speak with a family member over some triviality? I don't think so. All we need is love. So let's let them know that we love them. And I love you. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, guys. I'm looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Believe me, the world is ours to change. It's our platform. And the more love that we could share and shed on this universe, the more beautiful it becomes. Thanks for your time and attention. I love speaking with you guys. Troy, signing off. I'll talk to you later.